Having your next home built and customized for you may not be as hard as you may think. In this video, I'm going to be going over the process in which I've gone through with many clients in the past to have a home built and customized for them, and I've broken it down into 5 steps to simplify it for everybody and to get you into your next new construction home. I hope you're doing super well, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Brandon Vincent. I'm a real estate agent here in New Brunswick with eXp Realty. I've been actively selling real estate for over 3 years now. My goal on this channel is to bring you relevant real estate information in an entertaining way. If you do like the sounds of that, just click the like and subscribe button, follow along for the journey, but without further ado, let's dive right into this video. And just in case anybody is confused, this video isn't about how to build a home. This is going to be about how to get a home built for you. I do really recommend finding a real estate agent who is familiar with the building process to help you along throughout this journey, because they're going to be able to put you in contact with banks and builders and all the right people who are able to get the job done. Step number 1 is contacting a lender or a bank and actually getting pre-approved and finding out what your limit is going to be when it comes to having your next home built for you, because that's the first thing that you want to do. You want to make sure that first of all you have enough money saved up and that you're going to be able to get approved once a time may come, because you could spend a lot of time and energy finding home plans and talking to builders and getting quotes and then actually not be approved. So the very first step is to go to a bank and get a pre-approval rate. And what that is also going to do too is they should be able to get you locked in for a rate hold on a mortgage as well, which is going to lock you in at a certain interest rate. Just in case the rates start to go up, you actually get locked in at one of the lower interest rates, which is going to really save you a lot of money throughout this process. Unless of course you are going to be paying cash for this house, then you don't need to go to the bank. But at the end of the day, I would recommend even going to a bank if you were deciding to pay cash, because why use your own money when you could let the bank lend you money and then you could use that money for other investments? Now, when you do go to the bank, there are 2 different types of mortgages that you could be looking at, and one is a completion mortgage, and that is where the builder carries the entire cost of the build until the very end. You are still required to put down a deposit, and that's going to be between you and the builder. However, the builder's going to carry all of the expenses until the very end, which then allows you to get a mortgage on a completed home. And it's much easier and safer for the banks to work in this way. Now, not all builders are going to be able to do that, so you need to make sure that you find out in advance from your builder if this is even going to be an option in the first place, or whether your bank is going to do the second option, which is a draw mortgage. And what a draw mortgage is it's essentially a loan that comes out in increments with inspections happening periodically in between to make sure that the home build is going accordingly and that the money isn't being used for other things. So the bank is going to be giving small portions of a loan over time, as well as going in and doing inspections. This process can slow the build down slightly, but it is a viable option to have a new construction home built for you. Step 2. Once you've gotten pre-approved and you know what your limit is going to be, now it's time to start looking around at where you actually want to build your next home. So finding an area or even a town, a subdivision, anything along those lines, you need to start looking around and figuring out, where do I want to be? And you also have to take into consideration what your budget is. So that's going to help you dictate whereabouts you're going to live. So like I said, I would be finding what city, what area, if there's a certain development, and make sure that that area fits within your budget. And once you've done that, we can move on to the 3rd step. Step number 3 is finding a building plan that suits the area that you're looking to build. So depending on the lot styles or even the development or the subdivision, there could be different covenants that are going to dictate what kind of build you're allowed to have in that area. And you need to find those things out before you start doing too much research and finding home plans to find out that maybe that certain area isn't going to allow the home style that you're looking for. Now, there are all kinds of websites out there that you could use. Personally, myself, I like using Family Home Plans. They've been a great website with thousands of different home plans on there and all kinds of options for people to choose from. Also, another good one is Beaver Cottage Homes. They've had some very unique style builds on there that have worked very well with some of my past clients, but there are so many websites out there. You can search online for yourself, and most of these websites are going to give you just a very brief overlay of these home plans. And then if you actually want to purchase the actual prints and blueprints for them, you're going to have to pay either a draftsman or from their company to have those plans sent to you. Sometimes you may just want to take the rough overlay of these plans and maybe send them to a draftsman that you may know, and you might want to hobble and cobble a couple different plans together and say, I want this style of garage mixed with this style of home here, because draftsmen are able to do that. They're able to really help you customize your home plan, and that's going to help us move forward to the next step, which is step 4. And once you have an area picked out, you know how much you're able to spend, and you have a general idea of the home type that you're looking for, now it's time to start getting quotes from builders. And the first thing you want to do is start researching builders in the area that you're going to trust to build your next dream home. Looking online, seeing what they have for reviews, looking at some of their past builds, maybe find out what they've worked on, how long they've been in business, how reputable are they. All these things are super important when it comes to choosing your builder. A lot of people have a tendency to maybe want to find the person who's able to do it the cheapest, but that normally isn't the best option, especially when it comes to one of your largest investments of your life. Why would you want to put it into the hands of the lowest bidder and the person who's willing to do it for the cheapest? You want to make sure that the person that's building your home has lots of experience, has done this type of build before, and is confident, and that you're confident to move forward with them throughout this process, because it's going to be a journey that you guys go through together. So you want to make sure that you also work good together along this process as well. So once you have found a builder that you're confident with working with, then it's time to get them to quote your build based off of the prints that you've had made up prior. You want to send them the prints, and then they're going to be able to get you a very close estimate quote as to how much this build is going to cost. And if you're happy with that number, then the next step you do is to actually have them do up an official quote from your builder, something that they're able to stand behind and say that we are going to be able to do this build for this price, and that you're going to be able to take to a bank for this next step here. Step 5. And now we are ready to write a purchase and sale agreement, which is a legal contract between yourself and the builder. So once you know your budget and which area you want to build, and you have your home plan and blueprints done up, and you've gotten a quote from the builder saying that he's able to do this within your budget, now you know you are ready to write an agreement to get the ball rolling and actually have this happen. The purchase and sale agreement is going to be a legal contract that then binds the builder to agreeing to building a house for X amount of dollars under certain conditions. And that's going to give you a peace of mind and something that you can bring to the bank and say, okay, we have a purchase and sale agreement done up. We have a legal document here. You take this to the bank and you show them, and then they're going to be able to work with you and give you a financing letter, because you need to make sure that you do get a financing letter from the bank after all this is said and done. You may have the pre-approval, and that's the bank saying you're approved up to this amount, but the bank also wants to make sure that it's going to be able to finance the actual property you're having built, and that it's going to back the property that you're having built for yourself. And by that, they're going to give you a financing letter once they've approved the designs. Normally they're going to need the prints sent to them along with any quotes and anything else that makes part of that purchase and sale agreement. And once that's done, you are only months away from being handed keys to your very own newly constructed home. So like I said, I really do recommend finding a real estate agent who is familiar with the building process even before you get into step 1. That's going to be able to help you along the way, because at the end of the day, most people don't have that much time to be able to put in to all this work that it takes to get a new home built. And the real estate agents, that's what we're here for. That's what we do. And we're going to be able to guide you along each step of the way. So I hope this video has been of value. It's a little bit fast and furious. I was really trying to get this one to be as simple and straightforward as possible. So I really hope this video has brought you some value. If you've watched this far and still have some questions, feel free to send me a text message. My link's going to be in the description below. Like I said, I've been part of many builds, so I'd be happy to help people walk through the process. Full disclaimer, I've never actually built a home. This hammer's just to put the sold signs out. Because I forgot, I'm throwing this in here last minute. If you did like that video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and check out another one of these videos. Because if you like this video, chances are you might like another one of these ones too.